It's important to follow these steps in solving word problems in science. For the first half of the year, we will be doing quite a bit of word problems. And so I want to set you up for success by showing you a sound method that does serve a really great purpose for a lot of students in helping them understand how to solve word problems. And if you follow these steps, I can guarantee you, you will get better at solving word problems. This specifically has to do with when you have three different variables and you have to use like a triangle. Well, you don't have to use a triangle, but the triangle can be used in helping you visualize what variables you need to isolate in order to solve the problem. Just like you were working on with your density, which is density is mass divided by volume. So we're going to look at solving word problems, specifically density, today. So 7 steps are going to set you up correctly, not just in this class, but in other classes as well, like for example, math. So in this class, I expect you not to skip any steps, and you need to show your work in order to get full credit. Okay? So, first thing, underline the variables and circle the values. And if there's no variable listed for a value, write it next to the number. Number 2, box the variable you're trying to find. Number 3, list the variables and values in a column. Number 4, find and write the equation that has the variable you're looking for alone on the left side of the equal sign. And then number 5, plug in or substitute the values you know for the variables in the equation. 6, solve the equation. 7, circle your answer and check your units. So let's do an example together, okay? So we're going to first read what we have here. And our problem says, what is the volume of 220.0 grams of an object with a density of 55 grams per cubic centimeter? All right. So number 1, we want to underline the variables and circle the values. So variables are components that can have different values. In this example, the variable of mass has a value of 220 grams. Okay. So your value is what you circle, and your variable is what you underline. And we have another variable known here, which is density. So we're going to underline that, and the value is 55.0 grams per cubic centimeter. Okay. That's the first thing. Then what you're going to do is you're going to put a box around the variable, but that you don't have a value for. So in this case, we don't have a value for volume, okay, at all. It says, what is the volume? So that's what we're trying to solve for. So now we list out the variables and their values right here in a column. And we're using a question mark for the value that we're missing. So we have our mass in grams, 220.0 grams. Density is 55.0 grams per cubic centimeter. Don't forget to include units. And your volume is unknown. So we put a question mark there. Here's our triangle that you're familiar with for density. Density is mass divided by volume. So you cross out the one you're trying to solve for. In this case, we're trying to solve for volume. And you can see the relationship between mass and density is going to be a division problem because mass is on top of density. So we write out our formula, which isolates volume on the left side of the equal sign. So that's what we're trying to solve for. So volume is going to equal mass divided by density. And now all we have to do is plug in the values with the unit and solve. So here is our formula. Here is our substitutions, including units. Don't forget those too, because by including your units, you can see what cancels out in the problem. Because we have grams on the top of the fraction and grams on the bottom, grams will cancel out and you're left with only cubic centimeters to put in your answer. Okay. So that really helps you keep your units straight as well. If you write out your units in the problem, it will show you very easily by looking here. You can visually see that the grams cancel out and you're left with cubic centimeters. And that's what you'll carry through to your answer. So once you get your answer, circle it, and that's it. So use this method to solve the equations in the rest of this worksheet. You have 5 questions. You will earn 4 points for each question. That's how many possible points you can earn. So this is a 20-point assignment. You will get 2 points per question when you show your work, and 2 points per question if you get the answer correct with the correct unit. If you show only some of your work, you will get partial credit. You'll get 1 point per question. And if you answer correctly, but you forgot your units or you have the wrong unit with your answer, you will also be awarded 1 point. Okay? So good luck. And I look forward to seeing your work.